Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let me know you guys can see me, you can hear me okay right now. Hey, nice to meet your girlfriend, Paul. Tell her to stick around. You guys are cute together. So, say hello, Pia. Hello, Angele. Hello, Dana. Hello, Thomas, Lex, Luci, Manos. Mano, welcome. Mihai, Nick, Rochelle, Shush, Stalo, Sylvie, Brandon. Welcome, 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 guys. Let's rock and roll. Right now, I am in my parents' house. Some of you guys have probably seen me do webinars from this before. It's this beautiful green curtains behind me. But more importantly, you can see a picture of me when I was a little kid right there, right? I still got a cheeky look, don't I? That's my little brother right on the top. That's me in the middle. Yes, my mom used to cut my hair, hence the reason she used to butcher it. And my older brother down at the bottom. My older brother's actually here from London with his kids at the moment, so it's a little bit of a family reunion. But there's so many amazing things happening right now, guys. So I wanted to jump on this quick call with you guys, share all the exciting things that are happening, because I feel like right now the turbojets are beginning to get warmed up in the business. And there's so many exciting things going on at the moment. And I want to make sure you guys are all caught up to speed. I want to bring you guys up to speed. And we're going to be doing this mentoring course on a more regular basis, probably around every 3 to 4 weeks, because we have a very big vision, very big goal for this year, and we're taking a bunch of people with us. Now, I just got back from an amazing tour. I know that the last call that we did, I was actually at the beginning of the tour in Hungary. The Hungarian team is absolutely on fire. A big shout out to Attila for literally leading the way with his action. He's really setting the pace. And there's some very exciting things coming out from Hungary at the moment. In fact, if you actually looked at the Rockstar promo for March, you would have seen 4 Hungarians on the top 10. Erica with 8 points, winning $500 for the Rockstar promo. Well done, Erica. Erica's got an amazing story. I can't wait to see her on at boot camp sharing her story. This is a very powerful lady. And then you also got Gabor, Sylvie, and Attila, all 3 of them with 4 points each. And this because essentially they did 4 personal sales during the month of March. The Rockstar promo says, if you enroll 4 new agents within the month of March, and the same thing has been extended to April now, the direct commissions you make will be doubled. So let's say you enrolled 4 people with the $400 pack. Normally you would get $160 in commissions. That would get doubled to $320 in commissions. That's on top of the cycles with the builder bonus. That's on top of any other promotions that are currently happening right now as well. The Colombian team is going absolutely crazy right now, setting the whole world on fire. I think the number 1 person in Colombia that got the $10,000 promo for March finished with 108 points. And I'm going to tell you how the points work. If you saw the $400 pack, it's 1 point. If you saw the $700 pack, it's 2 points. If you saw the $2,000 pack, it's 3 points. So even if, let's say, they were selling the big packages, which I know the Colombians work very closely with Muzaffar. Believe me, I know what's happening in Colombia. I know their main top leaders and what they've been doing. The average income in Colombia is $250 to $300 US a month. Believe me, they're not doing the $2,000 packs. Okay? And the majority of them are doing the small packs and some the medium packs. That means there's people putting in 100 personals in 1 month in Colombia. I just want to let that sink in for a second, okay? Pia's like shaking her head, right? I understand, Pia. It's absolutely crazy. In my 13 years in network marketing, I've never, ever seen this. I see my good friend and brother Shush Arya is also on this call, and I can promise you, she can also tell you that he's probably never seen in his career so having someone put more than 100 personals in 30 days. But something shifted in Colombia, and Colombia just lit up. Okay. Now, I want to go back to Colombia in a second. But first, I want to go back to Hungary because I'm very proud of the Hungarians. I want to give a huge shout out to Gabor and his amazing wife for achieving gold, new rank. I can see, mark my words, guys, there's going to be so many new ranks popping from Hungary. I expect the Hungarians is going to be one nationality that's going to be dominating the stage by boot camp. I see it, I expect it, because I'll tell you what I'm seeing in Hungary. I'm seeing an amazing synergy happening together with a bunch of different people. And in order to change, I had a call with Paul earlier and someone in Brazil. And one of the things that I was sharing with them, something I'm going to share with you as well. It takes one person to change the whole country. One person. And I've seen this happen so many times over the last, 13, 14 years in the industry, where nothing's happening. All of a sudden, one person comes along and they light up a country. They light up a country like Hungary or Colombia or Cyprus or Romania. And then all of a sudden, because that one person creates what we call the Roger Banister effect. Now, if you've never heard of Roger Banister is the first person in history to run, they call it the 4-minute mile. So 1 mile in under 4 minutes. Before he did it, people said that it was impossible. Doctors said that your heart is likely to explode, you will die if you try, and so on. Someone else's reality cannot define your reality unless you give them permission. Roger Bannister could have said, well, they told me this, hence I'm not even going to try. He said, they told me this, so I'm going to prove them wrong. So he went out and he ran the 1 mile in under 4 minutes. As soon as he did it, there was a bunch of other people that also broke that record as well. Now it became common. Now you got high school kids running 1 mile in under 4 minutes. Okay, it's become the new norm, but somebody needed to be the first. And this is what happens in network marketing. One person comes and says the example. All of a sudden, someone sees them and they go, it's possible. It can happen. It can happen in our country. This is what happened in Colombia. They literally found out about the Rockstar promo on the 22nd of February, towards the end of February. They find out about it, and literally, they went so crazy with it that in the last few days of February, they just put in a bunch of sales. They got like 30 points in 6 days, 5-6 days. And that's how the momentum happened. And when all of a sudden a bunch of people from Colombia saw that you can do 30 personals in a week, all of a sudden the following month, they're doing 40, 50, 60, 80 personals as if it's a new Get 6, because someone led the way. This is what I see happening in Hungary, that Attila's coming in, and I remember speaking to Attila many times where he's like, taking the action, nothing's happening, but he's setting the pace, and because he's setting the pace, then all of a sudden, someone else comes along. Awesome, Sylvie, looking at your binary is like a piece of art right now. Keep rocking. I can't wait to see your binary fill up with thousands of people. And then all of a sudden, Erica comes along, and all these people, they keep on attracting. You know why? Because they created the Roger Banister effect. Here's what's going to happen. The next person that goes and puts 20, 30 personals in a month in any European market, I kid you not, the whole country is going to catch fire. I kid you not. Now, some of you are listening to this and you're going, yeah, but in our market is different. Yeah, but in our market, nobody's ever done it before. And the thing is, when we hear a possibility, all of a sudden we hear the obstacles to the possibility as well. It goes on in every single person's mind. Okay. But the thing is, which voice is in your best interest to pay attention to? The voice that focuses on the obstacle, the voice that focuses on the possibilities. I say, well, if somebody in Colombia did it, I mean, Colombia average salary $300 a month. Now, some people could say people in Colombia can't afford to buy a big package. People in Colombia will struggle to buy a small package. Yeah, we can focus on that, or we can also focus on the fact that $500 a month in Colombia, isn't it? We can go to the Netherlands and go, Netherlands has got a higher average income, right? So people in Netherlands will need a lot more money on a monthly basis to get excited. Yeah, but people in Netherlands, for them, it's actually much easier to buy a $700 or a $2,000 package without thinking about it. With every opportunity, there will be an obstacle, and with every obstacle, there's going to be an opportunity. Choose what you focus on, because what you focus on always expands. Okay? Change your focus, and you're going to see that by changing your focus, you change your results. Because when you change your focus on something empowering, you change the story creates the results. So let's go back to the Rockstar promotion. Actually, since we're on recognition as well, I want to give a huge shout out to Marius and Stefania Fulgu for being the number 5 top cyclists in a whole team in Europe. It's great to see the energy, the fire coming back. This is just coming ahead of the second part of the European tour, the roadshow happening this weekend. It's going to be in Romania, and I believe it's in Sibiu, and there's an event in Bucharest as well happening tomorrow with Stavros, Zenonos, and also Jürgen will be in Bucharest tomorrow. Then there's also going to be a Super Saturday. On Saturday, Andre and Maria, I believe it's in Sibiu, if I remember correctly, right? We'll post the banners on Team Up, guys. Now, whenever there's a roadshow, whenever there's things happening in other countries, pay attention to it, because you never know who you have in your circle, in your network that you can reach out to and go, hey, look, my business is expanding in Romania. Who do you know that you can introduce me to? It just takes that one question. They don't even need to be in. Andre, you're amazing. Thank you very much for posting that on there. So it can be a way to open up the conversation, to go through your contacts and go, my business is expanding in Romania. Who do you know that you can introduce me to? Who do you know that may be open to a business opportunity right now? Who do you know that may be open to upgrading their lifestyle? Okay? Or maybe just open, right? Who do you know? Okay? My company gives kickbacks when people essentially become a part of our business. If they join our business, do you want me to give you the kickback? Okay? Sometimes they might turn around and go, kickback, how does that work? Of course, I can sit down and show you, because then, of course, if you're also involved, you would also get to benefit from that. Okay, so this is just a couple of little small strategies, guys, because we've got Romania coming up. We're also going to be looking at doing Cyprus. We got Sweden coming up in May as well. If you literally look through your contacts, I'm sure there's some people that you can speak to that got contacts in other countries. This is a great way in order to build an international business. Guys, this is the beauty of network marketing. You literally, from a mobile phone, you can build a business. Right now, we're in 60 countries with Secret. 60 countries. You're not limited to your backyard. Okay? So if you have a look at your Facebook contacts, if you have a look, through your phone contacts, and you put the country, you'd be surprised at who you've actually got access to that you can just pick up the phone and speak to. Now, having said that, of course, it's always going to be easier to build in your backyard, especially because our products are so powerful when people try them on their skin. So that way it's always easier to do a demo. But if you can't do that and you know somebody in another country, then of course there's always Zoom. You can always jump on a Zoom presentation with them, share with them the idea, and if they love it, get them started. And then they can also go to the presentation and take guests with them. So it's one strategy is that you get people to come to a presentation so you can recruit them. Or two, which is the most powerful strategy, is you recruit so you have more inviters to your team. You're not looking for the one person, but you're looking for the next leader. One person means nothing. Next leader can mean thousands of people in your business. Cool? Bomba. All right, so the getaways. I've had a lot of people ask me about the getaways, so I want to take a little bit of time and share a couple of things with you guys. Obviously, you know right now, the getaways for now give you the option in order to get a 6 days, 5 nights, all inclusive in Mexico, Caribbean, Dominican Republic, of course, subject to availability. A bunch of different resorts to choose from, and the only thing that you need to pay is your taxes on the resort. Always highlight to people you'll need to pay your taxes. One thing that's very important to highlight to people is that this is not free, this is included. But it's very important to build up the value, by the way, guys. I want you to just pay attention a little bit to your energy, your tonality, and your enthusiasm around that. I was just on the phone with Mike Z, and I'm going to get Mike Z on a team call over the next few days, probably next few weeks. Mike Z, to give you an idea, it was the #1 guy in Life by Secret before it became Life by Secret. Dr. Cohen's company, the nutritional product company that basically came across to the Secret family a few years ago. And his background, he was, Attila, correct me if I'm wrong, he was Mr. Universe, or is it Mr. America, something like that. He was in the top guys. He's got a very, very big background in nutrition, very big background in bodybuilding. He's actually worked with the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is a football team. He's worked with the national hockey team of the US. He says 60 players from the national hockey team of the US have used our secret nutritional products, which is absolutely huge. So he's got such an amazing experience. And I just had the pleasure of spending 40 minutes with him on the phone. He gave me so many amazing tips on the nutritional products. I can sit there and share them with you, but I'm always a big believer. Don't try to be an expert in everything. Get people in front of the right experts. So I take the couple of gold nuggets that I can, and then I'll build enough curiosity to get them in front of the other expert because I know they're going to do a better job. And he's given me some tips in terms of that. But what he told me that was very powerful, he said to me that our nutritional products have 70% stick rate. Listen to that. 70% stick rate. Do you know what that means? It means that on average, 70% of the people that take our nutritional products keep taking them for years to come. This is absolutely huge, guys, because essentially your stickiness to your business is what gives you your residual. Here's where you got to look at it, right? Let's say you got a glass, okay? And I keep pouring water over the top. If I got a big hole in the glass, how long is the water going to last in the glass? Doesn't matter how much I keep pouring in. I'm going to keep losing it at the bottom. Keep pouring in, losing it at the bottom. Keep pouring in, losing it at the bottom. Some point, I'm going to get exhausted. I'm going to stop pouring water into the glass, and I'm going to say the glass doesn't work. No, you need to fill the hole in the bottom of your glass. This is the same thing in your business. If you're putting people in the team, but you keep losing them at the bottom because for whatever reason, you're not helping people get the maximum from the products, from the club, from the business, to connect to what's their biggest reason for joining. And here's a question I like to ask everybody when I get them started, okay? If we were to do a reunion 1 year from now, and let's say we were celebrating at a really cool destination. Firstly, what's the destination you want to be celebrating at? I want to get to their bucket list, okay? And let's say Attila tells me, hey, look, I've always wanted to go to Peru. And I go, great, okay? So imagine 1 year from now, Attila, we're in Peru, okay? And we're sitting there, we're having a glass of wine, and we're celebrating a big milestone for you in secret, okay? What do you want to look for to celebrate to make you feel like today's decision of joining Secret was the best decision of your life? What do you want to be celebrating and looking back and being grateful, saying that today was the best decision that you made joining Secret because you're celebrating X, Y, Z. Now, pay attention to what they tell you. Don't try to change what they tell you. I see people, I used to do this. This was a mistake I'm making, and I keep saying this to you guys, and I want to keep saying it. I want to let you guys learn from my hindsight, my mistakes. So my hindsight can become your foresight. My mistakes can be something you don't need to repeat, so you can learn faster than me. You can get faster results than me because I want you to be better than me. Okay? Any good leader wants you to be better than them. We don't want people like us, we want them to be better than us. So my biggest mistake was when they would tell me, oh, I want to be able to make $500 a month. And in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, but I need you to be making $2,000 a month, because if you're making $2,000 a month, in the next 12 months, I'm making this, and I make their goal about my goal rather than their goal. You guys with me? Okay. Whatever their goal is, my goal is to help them achieve that goal and find out the real reason behind it. I've had people that said to me, look, if I can go on one trip in the next 12 months and that trip be paid for by the money that I've made from Secret, I'm happy with that. Now that's a small goal in 12 months. But if they do 2 trips, can you imagine how excited they're going to be? Okay? So learn their goal, because from their goal, you're going to work backwards. Okay? So find out what their goal is. Make sure you keep in notes, okay, so you can hold them accountable. If you guys remember the last call that we've done, I talked about, creating a game plan in order to help them to make that happen, okay? So finding out what their pain point is, why they want to achieve something, and being able to help them to achieve it is one thing that's going to help people to keep them on the line, hold them accountable, okay? Cool? All right, here's another thing, right? Touch points. The more touch points you have with someone, the more sticky they're going to be. For example, if let's say I'm speaking to my good friend Shush, okay? And let's say Shush, the main reason he got started is because he got started because of the skincare. He loves the mud soap, okay? And he's been using the mud soap for a little while, getting some amazing results. Here's what I want to introduce him to. One more product. Okay? Hey, I know you're using the mud soap. I know you love the mud soap. And we know it's 3 keys to having great skin. Something to exfoliate with, something to cleanse with, and something to hydrate. What are you using to exfoliate your skin? Nothing. Really? Why don't you try the peeling gel? Do the peeling gel once or twice a week with the mud soap. Does that for a couple of weeks. And I'm like, well, you don't want to be using a different moisturizer on your skin if you're using 2 Secret products, right? Okay, now I've got him on a skincare routine, right? That's one. Now, I catch up with my good friend Shush, and Shush tells me, hey, look, I don't know. I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm lacking energy. What I want to do, I want to introduce him to the nutrition. I'm not going to sit there and go, here, have the protein shake and the greens and have this. And he's going to get overwhelmed. He's going to end up doing nothing. Go, if there's one thing, here's a really cool question for you guys to ask. If there's one thing that if you could change about your health, what would it be? Would it be your energy, lack of sleep? Is there some discomfort that you're experiencing? What would it be for you that if you could change it, you would? Okay? So if he tells me sleep, I know the booster. If he tells me energy, I know the greens is really going to help with the energy, right? If he tells me discomfort, obviously recovery is going to help with that. Okay, but ultimately what I want to get him on is what we call the alkaline trio, which is the greens in the morning, the recovery for lunch, the booster in the evening. They have what we call, what's the right term for it? I'm actually having a look at the notes that Mike Z gave me. He goes, the good term for it is called biostack. So basically, each product makes the other product more effective than the other product. So if you're taking one product, it's effective. But if you're taking all three, because they got the biostack effect, they make each other much more effective. So here's what I've got now. I've got Shush doing the skincare, right? I've got him now experiencing the nutrition. And then on top of that, hey Shush, there's a trip in Corfu coming up in June. Do you want to go hang out in Corfu, sorry, in Ibiza? Hey, what about Disneyland? You know, do you want to go to Disneyland and be a kid for a few days and go to Disneyland in Paris? Now, here's the magic, guys. If you've been able to touch somebody with the skincare, the nutrition, and the lifestyle club, do you think that person's ever going to want to leave? You guys see the magic of that? Amazing, Attila. I'm so looking forward to seeing the pictures of that. But that's the magic, right? So you get them in on one thing and you keep bringing them in and giving them multiple touch points. Okay. Now, even if, let's say, for example, they don't make any money in the business, but their energy improves, they're sleeping better than ever, they're feeling stronger than ever, and when their friends see them, they look at them and they go, what did you do? Because you're looking younger. Do you reckon they're going to turn around and go, well, I'm not making any money, I'm going to stop looking better, I'm going to stop feeling better, I'm going to suffer in that as well? Like, do you see what I mean? So the thing is, the ultimate thing is getting people to get to the point where they fall in love with our product so much that they don't want to let go. Now, naturally, I want to give you guys an example. There's a lady that we signed up in New York, I want to say a year ago, okay? A year ago, she took about a month of action. In the month of action, she showed 2 whole people. Clearly, you can say this lady didn't really have much results. 1 month of action, showed 2 people in 1 month, then went quiet for 10 months. Here's what I kept on noticing. Occasionally, I'd go check, I'd drop her a quick message, didn't hear anything back from her, but I kept on noticing that she kept on placing orders. Placed another order, right? Yesterday, I see that she signed up a customer. I'm like, okay. So I dropped her a message. I'm like, hey, no, she also signed up a customer. I'm like, congratulations. Is it because of the Getaway pack? Okay. Now, the reason I asked that question is because I know chances are she doesn't even know about the Getaway pack. I want to start the conversation. She goes, no, she kept on telling me I'm looking better. She said, what's your secret? I sent her a link to my website and I told her the products I was using. Okay. So because it came from like her amazing experience, it just naturally, organically led her to a new customer. When I told her about the Getaway packs, now she's looking at booking a cruise for her and her family and getting the Getaway pack. And now she's excited about rebuilding the business. So I want to go back to the Getaway packs, guys. Okay. Let's have a look at this. The cruises are coming up literally in the next, I would say 1 or 2 weeks. We're releasing the cruises, okay? These are the cruise companies we're collaborating with. When people say, what kind of cruises are you offering? And I'm like, honestly, from what I can see, anything and everything. excuse me, we're working with some of the biggest cruise liners. We're covering some of the top destinations in the world. 4 nights cruise for 2 adults. All you pay is the port fees and taxes. Where do you want to go? Take your pick. I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day. I'm like, I don't even like cruises. I get seasick. I'm going on a cruise. I don't care. I'm like, there's never been a better time for me to go on a cruise. Okay. Alaska's been on my bucket list for the longest time. And they say the best way to see Alaska is on a cruise. I'll take a couple of tablets and go on a cruise. As simple as that. Right. So I've literally reactivated so many different people. And this is one thing that I want to highlight to you guys. This is your opportunity for some of you guys that have been around for a while and you're familiar with the term welcome back promotion. This is what this is about. This is a great opportunity to welcome back a bunch of your old friends that maybe when we first got started with Secret, they got really excited, they got a pack, they got lost along the way and never really did much with it apart from use some of the products. Give them a call, tell them what's been happening and ask them the question. Would you prefer a cruise or do you want to go for an all-inclusive to the Dominican, Mexico or the Caribbean? Which one would you prefer? I mean, like, come on. For 200 euros, you get a trip that is valued $1,500 to $3,000. Either you get it and you get the pack, or you don't get the pack because you simply didn't get it. Okay? It's as simple as that. If someone says no, it means they didn't understand. Right? Okay? Am I right? Now, don't sit there. I don't want you to be rude about it. I know you guys are never going to be rude about it or anything like that. But if they say to me, yeah, I don't know if I want to do a cruise or whatever, I'll just go, listen, let me ask you something. Are you going to take a trip over the next 12 months? Everybody says yes to that. I'm like, and how much do you think that trip is going to cost you for you and your partner? Do you think it's going to cost you more than 200? What have you got to lose? Do you see what I mean? Try it. Take the trip. If when you come back from the trip, you weren't happy with the trip, you don't need to keep your Club Secret membership. As simple as that. Get your Club Secret membership. Get active. Get your Getaway pack. Book trip. Look at these trips. Okay? 4 night in Europe, Paris to Hamburg. Okay? 4 night Mediterranean in Europe. Okay? Limassol, Rhodes. I mean, this is down the road from my house. 4 nights in Australia and New Zealand. Caribbean. 7 nights in the Caribbean. Guys, this is ridiculous. Okay? I'm looking at this and going, and I'm like, how? Right? But that's what happens when our founder just has amazing connections. Okay, there's so many reasons why they've been able to make this work, but let's not take this for granted, okay? This is something that nobody else in the industry has. My tonality is this. Like, there's nobody in the industry that has anything even close to this. Where you pay $1 and you get $5 back. That's the way that I see it in terms of value, right? So we're giving you guys some examples. These are going to be also updated in the presentations. There's going to be a link to the new presentations on Sunday night. We'll have a presentation on Zoom. This Sunday night, of course, we never wait to present. We build for the presentations. If you know people in Romania, get them to Romania. If you don't know people in Romania, get them in front of the products, get them to experience everything. And here's what I want to finish off with, guys. Always focus on the end result. Now, there's the Rockstar promotion has been extended, okay? So you got to ask yourself this, because not just that it got extended, but also it got even juicier, okay? I want to share with you guys what it means for the Rockstar promotion for the month of April. The first prize, this is just for Europe, by the way. There's the Rockstar promotion for the whole world with $10,000 up for grabs. But as you've seen, the Colombians are going absolutely crazy. Now, some of you are going, the Colombians are going crazy. I can't even compete. Some of you are probably thinking the Colombians are going crazy, but why not us? Okay. But we have an addition to it for Europe. The number one in terms of sales volume, so in terms of points for Europe and Africa for the month of April, does not get $1,000 like they did in March. They get $2,500. Okay, $2,500. That's the number one. The second place, they get $1,500. Third place, $1,000. Fourth place, $750. Fifth place, $500. And number 6 to 10 is going to get a product prize. Anybody that makes 30 points during the month of April, they're going to double the prize. So if you're number one, it goes from $2,500 to $5,000. So let me basically do the maths, right? Okay. So let's say, for example, you get 30 points for the month of April. And let's say with 30 points, don't count on it, but let's say with 30 points, you become number one. So already you make 5K just from that, right? You also, let's say you got 10 have it all packs, okay? Because you got more than 4, you got 10 $200, right? Which is 2,000. Okay? Now, if they're doubled, that means it's an extra 2,000. Are you guys with me so far? I'm already up to $9,000 in commissions right now for the month of April, just by doing that. This does not take into consideration the cycles and the builder bonus. So if you put in this on one side, and let's say you go one big team and the other team is a little bit less, and it goes all in one time, it's going to go crazy in terms of cycles. I know some of you guys are going to lose some sleep tonight. Okay? I want you to understand this, right? Is everybody going to have the ability to earn 5,000 this month, or 7,000 or 10,000 or more in commissions? No. Is that person going to be you? You are the only person that can decide that. You're the only person that can decide that. Some of you guys coming off this call, you might already make the decision, I'm going to do what it takes in order to run for this Rockstar promotion because I need that 5K. And it may not be just in terms of the money, guys. It may be because you want to prove something to yourself. You want to say maybe you've missed out on many promotions in the past, and this time you want to prove to yourself that you can make a decision, you can set yourself a goal, and be the kind of person that will do whatever it takes in order to make it happen. Maybe you're in a position where you need the money for whatever reason. Maybe you need to prove something to somebody else. Maybe you got a partner. And I'd hate to say it, there's some partners that don't believe in their partners. You know, I was speaking to a lady in one of the countries that I was doing a tour in, and her husband doesn't believe in what she's doing. And I said to her, you got two options. You can prove him right, or you can prove him wrong. You can prove him wrong for not believing in you and showing him this is possible, and that he can come and believe in you afterwards because you showed him he should have believed in you in the first place. Or you can prove him right, and you don't do much with this business, and he'll never let go of that. And he'll keep on hanging it over your head, telling you, hey, I told you so. Maybe the next opportunity that comes across, and you want to take advantage of it because you want a better future for you and your family, he'll go, hey, remember what happened with the last one? You tried it and it didn't work. But the truth is you didn't work it enough to make it work for you. So you decide what you want to do with it, okay? We got 25 days, I believe 24 days left. There's 30 days in the month of April. 24 days left. What do you want to finish the month on? How many new sales? How much volume? What kind of rank do you want to finish the month on? How many cycles do you want to finish the month on? Set yourself a goal, guys. Okay? Write down your goal for the month and post it anywhere in your house. When you go to the toilet, put it on the back of the toilet door. Okay? Put it on top of the ceiling. When you wake up in the morning and you're looking at the ceiling in your bedroom, post your goal up there. That this month I'm going to celebrate Royale, I'm going to celebrate Silver, I'm going to celebrate Gold. This month I'm going to maximize the builder bonus, where I get more than $500 in a week on top of the cycles. Whatever it is, this is your goal. This month I'm going to be in the top 10 of the Rockstar promo. Okay? And we're going to be celebrating everybody at boot camp in Montenegro. If you haven't already booked boot camp, okay, literally go to your back office, book boot camp, because remember, always focus with the end in mind. If the end in mind is in order to win in secret, the only way to win is when you become a leader, and the only way to become a leader is to learn the leadership skills that our Leadership Factory specializes in. The more leaders you have on your team, the more freedom you're gonna have. If you're not booked for the next event, are you even playing the same game? Book the next event. Never leave an event without booking the next event. This is what I've been learning for the last 13 years. I've been practicing with the whole team, because that's how you build an army of leaders, and that's how you create freedom. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys got a lot of value. I'd love to hear about your goals. Feel free to send me a private message with the goal that you set for April. I'm looking forward to hearing from every single one of you guys. I'm looking forward to working with every single one of you guys to help you to make that happen. And see you very soon somewhere around the world, and most definitely in Montenegro.